Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Kitty Cat and we're back with another video. Today's video is all about why envy is horrible, awful, terrible, nasty, and just overall bad for your health and well-being. Envy is detrimental to your health, and there's a reason why it's one of the 7 deadly sins. Before we get into why you shouldn't be envious of others, let's talk about the difference between envy and jealousy, because I think that those get confused often. A quick rundown of what jealousy is. Jealousy is an emotion related to fear. The fear that you could get something taken from you that you already have, something you already own, something you just already possess. For example, maybe you have a really attractive partner and a lot of people like your partner and they think your partner's fine or whatever, and you're jealous and you're afraid that someone could take them from you, like you own them or something. You know what I mean? That's an example. Envy is, on the other hand, envy is an emotion related to anger, and you are upset and angry that they have something that you don't, something that you want. For example, you might be scrolling through Instagram and you see that that person, somebody you know, just got engaged, and you're instantly angry and you're not happy for them. Not because you're not happy for them, but it's because you are upset that you're not engaged. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between envy and jealousy. I think people often think envy is jealousy when it's really not. It's like, no, you're envious. You're not jealous because you don't even have a man to be engaged to. Okay, you're envious, right? So let's talk about why envy is a really slippery slope. Remember when I said envy is an emotion related to anger? When you carry anger in your heart space, when you carry anger, you feel it all the time. There's something about carrying anger in your heart that just, it feels awful, but you know it's there and you can't really shake it. When you harbor anger in your heart space, it's really hard for the universe to bless you with the things that your heart actually desires. So the next time that you feel a large wave of envy come over you, this is what I want you to think about. The first thing I want you to think about when you start to feel envious over somebody's greatest new accomplishment, I want you to think about, if the universe can provide that person with that blessing that you want, why wouldn't the universe do the same thing for you? If you really want to have a baby and someone you know is having a baby, don't be upset. Don't feel envious that they're having a baby and you're not. Realize in your mind and in your heart that if that is something that your heart desires, you want to have a baby, why would the universe not give you a baby? You know what I mean? Maybe it might not be your baby. Maybe you have to do adopt. Maybe you have to do a surrogate, foster, whatever. If you want something that bad and you're seeing other people are getting it, what makes you think that this universe would skip you? The universe has your back always, honey. It's not going to skip you. It's just going to come to you when it's your time. Divine timing is not always on our time, but if it's destined for us, it will never pass us by. The next thing I want you to think about the next time that you feel envious towards somebody else is, I want you to think about, you're literally wasting your time being envious over somebody else's life when you should be taking that time and that energy to focus on you and your own personal goals and your achievements and your relationship with yourself. When you spend an hour or two scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through Twitter, that hour, and you really want to have those Instagram bodies or whatever you want, whatever you're looking for. Let's just say that, yeah, that's an example. Like, you want to have a better body, you know, and you spent 2 hours scrolling through Instagram. You could have spent that 2 hours at the gym. You could have spent that 2 hours grocery shopping and meal prepping for the body that you desire. Do you get what I mean? Like, so when you're envious of other people and you're putting out that negative energy, you're wasting it. You're wasting all that energy that you could be putting into yourself to get you to where you want to be. Okay? Don't waste your time. Life is moving fast. And this next thing I want you to think about really ties in with the last thing that I just talked about. And this is a quote from Big Sean. Okay? The grass is not always greener on the other side. It's where you water it.
I need a new girl to be bothered with, but the grass ain't always greener on the other side. It's green where you water it.
Okay? Now, this kind of, it really goes back into what I was just talking about. Like, You're wasting your time when you're envious of other people. Instead, you should be watering your own grass. That's your grass. You know what I'm saying? You're not paying rent at their house. You're paying rent at your house. You need to be watering your grass. You need to be doing what's best for you.
For you, okay?
When you develop a relationship with yourself and you create goals that are for you, that are things that you care about, you slowly start to realize that you are in competition with no one but yourself. And that's, at the end of the day, that's really what it's about. You are not in competition with your neighbors, the people you work with, the people you go to school with. Though they are not your competition. You are your own competition. You should be trying to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, last year, whatever. Quit worrying about what other people are doing and being envious of what other people have. You don't know what's going on their side of the grass, you know what I'm saying? It might seem like, oh my gosh, they got that PhD. But do you know what it really took for them to get that PhD? Don't be worried about that. And keep in mind, like I said before, envy is literally stems from anger. And anger is not something you want to have in your body, your heart space, anywhere at all. Anger is negative. It's not positive. And when you are angry, it's really hard to get out of that emotion. Focus on being grateful for your blessings and the things that you do have, and realize that everything you want will come to you if and when the time is right. All right, y'all, that was my video about envy. Let me know what you think about envy down in the comments below. What are your thoughts about envy and jealousy? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.